Good evening, namaste. So we are back with another exciting session today, and this session is uh, interesting because each one of us, whoever is in this business for quite some, will realize that certain things other than the normal mutual funds or equities or insurance, all this investment, something more is required. And that something more, if we all can provide or if we can give a solution to our investors, to our clients, I think that can really add a lot of value. This can really add a niche to whatever we are doing. And this whole Beyond Classroom season 14 is about how we can increase our productivity. And our productivity, this is going to be the sixth session. And today we have a very dynamic and a charming personality who is going to speak about the way we can deal with our clients through wills and certain other things by way of estate planning, and how we can, or rather how he is using certain calculators, certain strategies, okay, certain secrets which he is going to reveal to all of us from the city of Chennai. Girish is a very delightful person to talk with, a very good friend which you all can have. So let's look forward and let's learn from Girish. So over to you. Thank you so much, Girish, for preparing and doing this program for all of us. Looking forward to learn from you.
Thank you so much, Kanakji. It's my pleasure to be here in the forum. And before starting, I will just quickly reconfirm it that is that my voice is audible.
Yes, it's very clear.
Yeah, thank you. So let me quickly share the screen. So, okay, till the time I share the screen, so I just quickly want to know that just quickly type in the chat box from which part of the country you are attending this session. Just quickly type your city name so that I would be knowing that from which part of the thing you are attending it. Hyderabad, superb. Kerala, Nagpur, Mumbai, Faridabad. Great, superb. So let yeah, got it. So thank you. Yeah, so a small technical glitches. Yeah. So yes, so today topic is again which we are going to discuss is estate planning and will. Again, as Kanakji said that our professions mainly focused on investments, planning goals, helping clients in various aspects of investment like mutual fund, stock market, or insurance, and a lot of things. But one area which many times has been ignored or not very much focus is given, and that is the important area which as a professional in this industry we need to focus on, and that is where today I am going to cover. So first of all, let me thank Kanakji for providing me this opportunity and in this, by being part of this community, I have gained a lot of things, and surely during the course I will share that how being part of this community I have gained certain amazing insights and which has helped my profession to grow to the next level. So quickly taking the rank. So what are the three important things you are get out of this session? So the first and foremost benefit end of the session you would be getting that how you can help your client to cherish their life, no matter in which stages of their life are there, how you can bring smiles in their faces again through various activities. The second thing is that how you can ensure that your clients feel confident about the money which they are making in the process of their life. So many times what happens, though we create a lot of asset, but still the kind of peace is not been achieved for a client. So end of the session, you will find that how you can help your clients in helping them to achieve peace and prosperity with money and life. And finally, last thing is that, yes, we are in a business of generation, right? So, and not only in generation business, but client is also creating their asset for generation. So how you can help your client in passing out their wealth to their next generation, and the assets remains forever. So these are the top 3 benefits you are going to get end of the sessions. And let me quickly show some statistics before jumping into the session. So this statistics has been taken way backward in 1920s, but still it makes a lot of relevance. And this statistics has been given by Earl Nightingale. So you can Google it. You can find a lot of amazing stuff on this. And in this survey, it has been found that a person who's starting their career at 25 and by the time they ends up their 60, in this whole survey, it's been found out that 4 persons are financially independent and only 1 persons are wealthy. And now the question is that this statistic shows that somewhere 5% of people are being wealthy. But now the question is that how many of them remain wealthy for a generation? It's very I think this number will really give a shocking information that the whole statistic shows that only 5 persons are wealthy, that is in their living time. But how many of them are will remain wealthy even for a generation? So the percentage will still drop down. And that is where we as a MFD professions or financial professionals play an important role in ensuring that the wealth which we are helping our clients to create, it should be remain for generation. And that is where this topic is going to give lights on it. So now let me quickly take you on what are the good financial plan contains. What are the 7 important core components a good financial plan has? So the core financial plans has these 7 core important things. The first thing is that, again, it is a good financial plan. Again, the planning part. That is, again, we normally what happens when we interact with our client, we help them in all budgeting, and followed by budgeting, we plan their goals, right? So it could be a short-term goals, it could be a long-term or a mid-term or a whatever things it comes. So we plan their manage their liquidity and ensure that their cash flow remains intact based upon their situation. The second thing is that we also help in, again, the large purchases. For example, they would be buying house, our client would be buying a house or any kind of precious assets. So again, we also help them in planning that part. And also in the third part stage, we also help them in managing the risk. Risk in the sense it could be a medical events, or it could be financial losses, or it could be job loss or business loss or whatever things. So we also help them in managing their risk by providing various solutions like insurance and all those things. And then it comes to investing. So after protecting the base, when the foundations are stronger, then we help our clients in investing their money, right? So we help them in various places, like, again, coming back to short-term and mid-term and long-term goals, we segregate different buckets and we give them the various advice on investing. Now then comes a stage where distribution happens. So from starting accumulation, then comes a distribution phase where we also help our client how to enjoy the distribution phases. And now finally thing comes the record keeping. Now the journey is not ended over here. Many times the distribution phases are also started, and now from here the last stages of planning comes under the estate planning. So that is where I'm going to highlight that yes, if out of the 7, the 6th part you have focused, but ultimately you forget about the 7th part, which is the top of the planning. The entire 6th planning goes for a toss. So let's quickly share on the what are the important things one need to focus when it comes to estate planning. So now I will be taking to the subject on the estate planning. So till now we have understood that why one need to focus on the estate planning, because it is ignored subject many times, because we felt that it is not that much lucrative to talk in front of client. But let me take you that how it can increase your credibility, your profitability and all during the journey. So this is the phase of life. This thought process has come from a Maslow theory. Again, the hierarchy of Maslow theory, where the ultimate stage comes on the self-actualization. In financial term, we called as living a legacy. So from wealth protections, then moving to wealth preservation and wealth accumulation and distribution, and now leaving a legacy. So in the journey of traveling with our clients, so how we can help them to plan their legacy. So that is what the whole objective of estate planning. So these are the ideal things which we focus. Now let me quickly ask one question. So in this journey, so we do a lot of things like this is a good house. Now, when it comes to a good house, there are a lot of elements are there: investment planning, children's education, special needs, retirement planning, tax planning, and all those things. Now, let me quickly ask you a question. So quickly keep your fingers on your keyboard. And now, according to you, which are the important elements when it comes to planning? Again, what would be the first step? So when it comes to planning, so which are the area ideally we focus at? Just be true to yourself. So now in your general practices, so when a client comes to you and say that, okay, I need to plan, so which area you focus the first? Probably investment planning, retirement planning, children's education. Ideally, I'm just showing that though you know the right answer, but I'm talking about that what practically right now. Okay, right? Krishna shared that investment planning, Chetan shared that need analysis, protection. Yeah, this said that protection. Super. Yes, keep coming, keep coming. There are a lot of participants in the group. So there is nothing right or wrong. It's just understanding things in a much clearer way. So continuations of income. Super. Now, when I just remove this, now this is what happens. Now, what happens many times, what happened as we have experienced the COVID situations, what happened, there are a lot of people who have lost their loved ones, and the loved ones has done a lot of things. He has created assets, he has parked various things, but many times what happened, it is not known to the loved ones of the family. The entire asset or the entire effort which a person has put to create the asset, finally, when it comes to a risk management, no one thought about it, or no one given the utmost priority. So the estate planning is not only the planning after creating the asset, it is during the creation of assets. Many times we get into a wrong conceptions that estate planning comes once the entire asset या 60 पे करना चाहिए या 50 पे करना चाहिए. नहीं, अभी उम्र हो गई है, अभी हाथ पांव चल नहीं रहे हैं, अभी estate planning कर लेते हैं. No, the moment a person is starting creating the asset, and that is where he also parallelly need to plan their estate as well. So that is where the importance has to be given, because when I started my journey, I will just give you a quick glance of that. What was my thought process? जब मैंने अपनी journey financial profession में शुरू की initial दौरान, so अभी मुझे 13 साल हो गया है, almost 13 years. In the initial 3 to 4 years, I thought that estate planning is more or less we need to plan it at 40 or 50s client के 50s के बाद करना चाहिए. But as I interacted with a lot of fraternity professionals and a lot of peer professionals, I got an insight that it should be your ongoing planning. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये planning last में करनी चाहिए, ये बहुत बाद में करनी चाहिए. जब भी आप कुछ भी planning अपने client के लिए करते हो, you need to on the back end, you need to also keep a track of whether you are helping your client in taking towards him estate planning. So अब तक कितने लोगों को लग रहा है कि नहीं estate planning हमको surely focus करना चाहिए? How many of you feel that estate planning is very much needed in our profession to discuss with our client and from year onwards? How many of you feel now? Just quickly, yes, thank you, Shyam. Yes, it's a must. Right, keep coming, keep coming. Good. So I think this entire group is really eager to wait on that कि estate planning. अभी इतनी देर तो मैंने बात कर दी है कि estate planning क्यों करनी चाहिए, उसके benefits क्या हैं, थोड़ा और इस पे रोशनी डालता हूँ. Again, I will take you through that more on it. So let's understand estate planning. अगर simple तरीके में अगर मुझे estate planning आपको बताना है, it is nothing but कि हम अपनी journey में, हम clients की journey में कई बार क्या होता है कि we are arranging and managing their assets, right? But वो assets आके in the absence of the person कैसे utilize होंगे? So the objective of estate planning is that the asset which is being created, it should go to the end benefit. जिसके लिए ये एसेट क्रिएट किया जाता है उसको एंड तक कैसे पहुंचाया जाए। प्रॉब्ली हम अपने क्लाइंट के जर्नी में बच्चों के लिए प्लानिंग करते हैं, उनके बच्चों के लिए प्लानिंग करते हैं, उनके लव्ड वंस के लिए प्लानिंग करते हैं, रिटायरमेंट के उनके वाइफ के रिटायरमेंट के लिए प्लानिंग करते हैं, काफी सारी चीजें होती है। ये तो हम प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं, बट साथ में हम इसको कैसे प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं ताकि इन केस ऑफ द एब्सेंस ऑफ द पर्सन still it goes to the end person. That is the first foremost objective of estate planning. The second thing is that अभी वो तो जाना है, लेकिन वो किस जरिए जाएगा, how the entire process will be taken places, कैसे डिसीजन लिया जाना चाहिए और किस बेसिस पे लिया जाना चाहिए, those are a part of estate planning. And finally अल्टीमेट ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है कि मैं कुछ भी एसेट क्रिएट करूं, चाहे वो 100 रुपया हो या 100 करोड़ हो, I'm again repeating, चाहे वो 100 रुपया हो या 100 करोड़ हो, it should end of the day it should go to the objective of the person. मैंने जिसके आधार पे मैंने ये एसेट क्रिएट किया है वो किसको जाना चाहिए, वो एंड बेनिफिट तक पहुंचना चाहिए. That is the objective of estate planning. Now quickly the 5 important benefits मैं आपको शेयर करना चाहूंगा जो एस्टेट प्लानिंग में होता है. फर्स्ट एंड फोरमोस्ट बेनिफिट्स क्या है कि इट प्रिवेंट्स फाइनेंशियल एंड लीगल ग्रीफ. कई बार क्या होता है कि जैसे ही ब्रेड विनर्स ऑफ द फैमिली के एब्सेंस पे क्या होता है, फैमिली में डिस्प्यूट्स आने लग जाती है, और जो रियल बेनिफिशियरी है, जो एसेट्स के रियल बेनिफिशियरी है, उनको पता नहीं रहता है कि स्टेप फॉरवर्ड कैसे लेना है, एंड दे गेट फॉर अ टॉस. अगेन दे आर नॉट ओनली इमोशनली डिप्रेस्ड, again at the same time financially depressed. And here I would like to share one of the case study, one of the incident which has happened to my one of my friend of peer professional. The concerned person was a chartered accountant. जिसकी मैं बात कर रहा हूँ वो chartered accountant थे, and her wife was also a chartered accountant. So everything was going good. They have created a lot of assets, but suddenly a nightmare scenes has happened. The breadwinner has to pass away because of a brutal accident. और उसके बाद क्या हुआ, उस फैमिली की हालत यूटर्न हो गई. Being a chartered accountant, both husband and wife, उन्होंने सारा कुछ कर दिया, बट उनके वाइफ को जब पूरा प्रोसेस करने लगे, जब वो प्रोसेस करने लगे कि उनके एसेट्स कहाँ कहाँ पे हैं, काफी सारे चैलेंजेस आए हैं. एंड सबसे पहले चैलेंजेस क्या आया है कि वो डॉक्यूमेंट प्रॉपरली ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं थे. सो एस्टेट प्लानिंग की जर्नी में एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज आता है कि हम अपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स, क्लाइंट्स के इन्वेस्टमेंट्स डॉक्यूमेंट्स को कैसे प्रॉपरली ऑर्गेनाइज करें और कैसे उसको फॉलोड बाय प्रोसेस कैसे करें. अगर मेरे एब्सेंस में अगर उसको रिक्लेम करना है तो वो क्लेम कैसे होना चाहिए, उसका क्लियर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होना चाहिए. तो ये फैमिली को क्या हुआ, हर वाइफ हु वाज इन अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हैज took near about 6 months to face a battle of running behind the officers and presenting lot of documents. और 6 महीने के बाद भी उनके सारे एसेट हाथ में नहीं आए हैं, because the laptop in the accident, a laptop was crashed. और जो भी कॉन्फिडेंशियल रिकॉर्ड्स थे, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के रिकॉर्ड्स थे, जैसे रियल एस्टेट के रिकॉर्ड्स थे, सारे आके उनको पता ही नहीं चलेगा कहाँ पे है. So this was so first foremost benefit which while doing estate planning a family gets is that it prevents from the financial and legal grief. The second benefit is that it avoid fights. कई बार क्या होता है कि जॉइंट फैमिली में कई बार हम अपने क्लाइंट्स के जब डील करते हैं, many of them are coming from a joint family, but as the situation goes on, moves on, the dispute starts. कि मेन फॉर एग्जांपल एंसेस्ट्रल है, अगर उन्होंने कुछ विल नहीं बनाया है, फिर भाइयों के बीच में झगड़ा हो जाता है, एंड लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स कम्स इनटू अ प्लेस. सो अगेन द सेकंड बेनिफिट दैट इट्स अवॉइड फाइट्स अमंग द फैमिली मेंबर. द थर्ड थिंग इज दैट अगेन प्रोटेक्टिंग इट फ्रॉम द थर्ड पार्टी. यहाँ पे थर्ड पार्टी का क्या जिक्र कर रहा हूँ, अगेन कई बार जो असेट जो क्रिएट होते हैं ये गलत हाथों में लग जाता है, और there are a lot of instances where document forgery हो जाती है, and lot of things have happened. So while doing a estate planning, you can ensure that the assets are also protected. And the fourth important thing is that the family will always have a plan B in place. Plan A तो breadwinner कर रहा है, the main person is doing plan A through your help. But what happens if the situations turn around? So the family will always have a plan B call. And the important thing is that there is two thing permanent in the journey of financial life. the death and taxes. कोई इसको रोक नहीं सकता और इसकी जिम्मेदारी पर्सन को उठानी पड़ेगी. So no matter the person is there or not, taxes will chase him even in the deathbed. So estate planning will also save the family from the tax also. अगर मेरे पास asset मैंने create किया है and if tomorrow I am no more, it also ensure that कि मेरी tax liability should not go to my family members. So by you as a professional helping in your client in giving them awareness on estate planning or helping them in taking up the step for estate planning, you will give this 5 topmost benefits. So now how this entire process works. So now I will quickly take you to the process of estate planning. So it start with ascertaining first kahan pe hai. So where we are standing now, what are the assets a client has. So as a professional or as an MFD, you need to sit with your client and understand that what are the various assets a client has. Though you would be dealing with mutual funds, you would be dealing with all kind of financial transactions, but there are a lot of kind of physical assets will also be there. So you would also need to play an important role in bringing down and keeping a track of it. The second thing is that you need to build a conversation with the client that what is the end objective of creating this asset. वो किसके लिए ये asset create कर रहे हैं. So you need to understand that how this asset has to be distributed. And जब distributions हो रहा है, in which mean it has to be distributed. Either it should be a one shot or it should be a regular interval and all those things. So यहाँ तक you will help your client in creating the entire process of it. And finally अभी execute करना है. So now execution happens in 2 ways. Either taking a help of a legal professionals, a lawyer who is very well, because every MFD professional will not be well versed with the legalities, but still you can be a contact point for your client and helping them and interacting with the legal professional as well. अगर client के पास already उनके legal lawyers हैं, so you will sit along with them, because lawyer को पता नहीं रहता है कि again clients के क्या goals हैं, उनके objective क्या है. But being you as a center point for a client, you will ensure that the execution part goes in a smooth way. And not only that, as the situation changes, for example, life situation changes, अगर family में कोई नए member आते हैं या birth of a child or any events happen, the plan again has to be reviewed. So this is the entire 5-step process, like how we do a financial plan. जब हम client के साथ planning करते हैं, पहले उनके इनकम कैश फ्लो देखते हैं. तो similarly, parallelly, your estate planning also has to be attached. So till now, are you clear about what is the benefit of estate planning and how the entire process works? And if you are clear, just type clear in the chat box. Just quickly, super. Thanks, Upinder. So keep coming, keep coming. Thanks, Manoj. Yes. So now let's move on in understanding what are the various tools estate planning has. So estate planning जब हम करते हैं, so basically it has been implemented through 4 tools: wills, trust, gifts, and ownership. So let me quickly broadly take you on this thing. So because of the constraint of time, so I will be highlighting the important core element. But still, this session should give you a thought process that कि ये यहाँ तक ही रुकना नहीं चाहिए, इसके आगे every participant in this session has to deep dive in this subject and ensure that you are helping your client in the journey. So let quickly understand what is a will. So पहले हम लोग understand करते हैं कि what is a will. A will is also known as a last and testament. मतलब उनकी आखिरी इच्छा या उनकी जर्नी. नॉर्मली इसको आखिरी इच्छा भी कहा जाता है या नहीं भी कहा जाता है, क्योंकि for example, if today I am writing a will, so as on today it is my last wish. So as the time process, I can change it and I can do whatever I need to change it. So a will is also known as a last will or a testament. So it is a legal document which gives a direction. Simple way में अगर बताऊं तो ये direction देता है कि actually मेरे asset किसको जाना चाहिए, कैसे जाना चाहिए और उसका objective क्या है. And ये मेरे खुद के wish के हिसाब से होना चाहिए, and it is not bounded by any pressure or all those things. So this is a simple definition of a will. Again, and if it is a will is created for a minor then a name of the guardian has to be mentioned in the will, and an executor also need to be given on the process. Executor, कौन ये executor हो सकता है? Executor, in your presence you will execute it, but in the absence of your, so the execution should happen by a person who is not anywhere benefited to your assets or anything. मतलब मोटा मोटी आपके asset से उनका कोई ताल्लुक नहीं होना चाहिए. There should not be any direct or indirect financial benefit he is going to get out of your entire assets. So he should be non-financial related person, अगर simple तरीके से बताऊं. और कई बार एक क्वेश्चन आता है कि will मुझे कब बनाना चाहता है, कब बनाना चाहिए? The moment you create assets, no matter the quantum of it, the moment you create an asset and if you wish that this asset has to be protected in any form of way, अगर कल कुछ भी हो जाए ये right person को जाना चाहिए, the person can go for a will. And in will maybe there are a lot of will, you can simply write a will. There is a will maybe काफी सारे will है. एक तो oratory will है, you can record it. The second will, you can graphology will है, you can write it. And there are a lot of, and the third is that through the legal help, through the legal registered will उसको बोलते हैं, जहाँ पे आप will लिख के registered करते हो. So there are a lot of types of wills are there, and based upon the situation and circumstances, which will has to be taken, that we need to take a call. Now let's understand what is a trust. Again, हमने will तो देख लिया है. Through will we are also ensuring that ये asset properly right person को जा रहा है. Now trust is क्या है? A trust is a legal arrangement. वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि three peoples are there. Normally in the formation of trust, three people would be there: the trustee, the testator, and the beneficiary. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि the transfer of assets आके directly trust account में जाता है, and the trust account and the trust has an objective. Each trust can be created with an objective. Like for example, many of you as a professional come across with कि children's benefit trust या children's marriage fund trust या generation protection trust. So काफी सारे formation of trust है. Trust में भी काफी तरह के, जैसे अगर trust के में different types of trust में formation of trust बताऊं तो revocable living trust है, irrevocable trust है, testamentary trust है. So testamentary trust में क्या होता है कि after the person demise, this would be executed. And डायनेसिटी ट्रस्ट जो मैंने आपको कहा कि जनरेशन ट्रस्ट उसको कहते हैं. डायनेसिटी मतलब जनरेशन लॉग. मैं ऐसा मेरे पास असेट है एंड आई वांट टू एंश्योर दैट दिस असेट शुड नॉट बी सोल्ड ऑफ, बट दिस असेट हैज टू बी बेनिफिटेड माय जनरेशन. वो चाहे वो सेकंड, फॉर एग्जांपल एट सर्टेन केसेस वेयर आई हैव कम अक्रॉस विद माय क्लाइंट दैट कि उनके पास काफी सारे रियल एस्टेट है और उनको रेंटल इनकम आ रही है, एंड दे वांट टू एंश्योर दैट this has to be protected for generation. मतलब कोई इसको बेच ना सके, and the income should be used to the beneficiary. मतलब ये income, उसकी जो भी income आ रही है, this should be benefited to their generation. So in this way what happened, the asset which is being created by the member, it is being transferred to the trust and it has a condition to it, and based upon that conditions the trust would be executed. So now let's understand that कि trust का framework कैसे होता है. So to give you a broader outline, so the trust has, जैसे मैंने कहा आपको, इसमें 3 parties रहते हैं. So the settler, who is the settler? The person who's established the trust. So settler forms a trust and he has an objective. Objective यानी कौन है? Beneficiary. Who is the beneficiary ultimately? Who is going to receive income or a capital for whatever objective it is being created. और इसके बीच में trustee रहते हैं. And who are these people? These people who ensure that the entire trust is being managed and the fund is being distributed based upon the objective of the trust created. Right? So this is a simple framework of the trust take place when in the formation of trust. So now the next part comes, okay, what is joint ownership or a nominations? So अभी हमने 2 तो देख लिया है. We have seen the wills, estate planning का tools में wills देखा है. Again then we have seen the trust. So this too will help in protecting your estate planning or helping the asset to pass to the right person. There is one more aspect of the estate planning is that the nomination and joint ownership, and many times we ignore this. So let me quickly ask a question in the group. How many of you believe that nominating to any of the asset, for example, आप mutual fund लेते हो, वहाँ पे nominations दे रहे हो. For example, you put a nominee name, right? Now the question to the room is that, do you think that nominee is the real beneficiary? Yes or no? Is the nominee is a real beneficiary? Yes, no, yes, no, mixed answer hai. Okay, yes, no, nominee may not be real beneficiary. Absolutely. So yeah, let me give you a brief thought on this again, or a brief idea on this. So nomination में जब अगर nominations आके blood relationship है, for example, if I take a policy, if I nominate my wife, my son, or my father and mother, so they can be real beneficiaries. That means a nominee can be a real beneficiary if there is a blood relationship is there. But if there is no blood relationship, they act like a guardian and ensure that it should reach to the beneficiary. So many times हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि अगेन जॉइंट फैमिली में रहते हैं तो हम लोग काफी बार फैमिली मेंबर्स के नाम दे देते हैं सिबलिंग्स के नाम पे या अंकल आंट के नाम पे. So, and that situation, they are not the real beneficiary. Their duty is that it should reach to the beneficiary. That is the first part of it. The second part of it, मैंने मान लो today if I am taking any investment or any insurance policy, I have mentioned one of my son name, and later during the course, I have written a will, and उस will में मैंने mention किया है कि again no, this the entire thing has to be distributed in a such way, or that is being deferred from the actual nominee clause. Again, nominee clause mein, then whatever is the last will is executed, it would be acted on that basis. That means मैंने पॉलिसी 5 साल या इन्वेस्टमेंट कुछ 5 साल पहले किया है, उस टाइम पे मैंने सन 1 का नाम दिया है, उस टाइम पे एक ही लड़का था. देन लेटर सिचुएशन, वन मोर फैमिली मेंबर एडेड, एंड मैंने जब विल बनाया तो देन आई हैव डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड दैट बोथ इट हैज टू गो टू 50-50 परसेंटेज. Then actually the beneficiary would be or the benefit will go according to the will. So this is on the importance of the joint ownership and nominations. Now let's quickly understand the difference between a trust and a will. And so now I will be highlighting on the area of the trust deed, which can, so now how it can protect you from various nuisances. So when an actual transfer of assets happened, so how the trust will get benefited out of this? ये lifetime के लिए होगा. So that means during the courses भी हो सकता है ये, but will be taken into a consideration after the demise of the person again. So will में क्या होता है? Will का role कब आएगा? At the demise of the person. Trust, it is during the course of lifetime. So when does it becomes operational? Upon the transfer of assets. So the moment you transfer the assets, trust का activation हो जाता है. यहाँ पे demise के बाद होता है. So यहाँ पे court intervention कहाँ पे जरूरी है? ट्रस्ट में नो, विल में अगेन आपने अगर विल लिखा है, अगेन फॉर एग्जांपल इफ अ क्लाइंट हैज रिटन अ विल, इट कैन बी रिवोक्ड अगेंस्ट द कोर्ट. दैट मींस इट कैन गो टू द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ. अगेन इट कैन बी चैलेंज. सो अगर रजिस्टर्ड किया हो, अगर विल इज बीन रजिस्टर्ड, देन इट विल गो अकॉर्डिंग टू द रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस. कैन देयर बी अ मोर देन वन? Yes, trust can be, you can form a different type of trust, you can set the objective of the trust. And will में क्या होता है कि whichever is the latest, यानी जो भी last में लिखा हुआ है, that would be taken into a consideration. Can it be revoked? Yes, if trust is revocable. Settler, again जो भी settler है, जो भी the trustee है, they can or जो whoever is initiating the trust, they can revoke it. And will में anytime before death it can be revoked, and the testator can also be revoked. So creditors protection, it is irrevocable. अगर trust आपने form किया है, it is irrevocable trust, then creditor protections रहेगा. Will में no. अगर credit अगर आपकी liabilities है, then it can they can sue your asset. That is, they can sue the client's asset. Only in the case of insurance, जहाँ पे MWP Act है, Married Women Protection Act, अगर उसके दौरान आपने mention किया है, then a court order can't be attached to the policies. That means if the policy become the asset of the beneficiary, then that can't be challenged or revoked in the court of law. Again, can a condition of transferring of asset be stated? Yes, वो दोनों cases में yes, it can be stated. Now the next question comes again, can I give any person organization to choose even or unbound? That means अगर किसी को मैं उसकी authority दे सकता हूँ, yes, and again it is a subjective again. Can the trustee executor be removed? Yes, trust में again there is always the flexibility is there. Yes, यहाँ पे भी will में भी हो सकता है by rewriting. Writing something called, if you rewrite, you have to correction के लिए there is something called codicil कहा जाता है. Will को अगर correct करना है, there is something called codicil, which would be act like the latest or any changes which you have drafted for the trust. So this is what on the trust and will side. So any questions before I am jumping into some more my experience and with the being in the community and also some of the benefit which I have gone. I will take you through some insight which I have got by being part of the financial freedom fraternity community and a VC community. So before that, quickly I just so PPF also cannot be attached. Yes, PPF is also cannot be clarify on irrevocable trust. So irrevocable trust is that it can't be changed. Once it's been initiated, वो final हो जाएगा, उसको कोई revoke नहीं कर सकता है. So there can't be any change it. So वो किसके लिए कहा जाता है? So कई बार peer pressure नहीं आना चाहिए, by force नहीं होना चाहिए, इसलिए the client take a decision that tomorrow I should not get into any kind of emotional trap or a blackmailing and all those things, and I should not be pressurized. So they make this trust. His will is to be registered or unregistered. Yeah, mainly metropolitan city जो भी है, the 4 metropolitan cities जहाँ पे आता है जो which we call as an urban, वहाँ पे register करना, otherwise it can be challenged. See, as long as will is understanding between जैसे अगर for example if a family person has written a will and after the demise of the person, the family member get to know about the will written by the person, and if the family member accepted that everything will go as per the will, it can be taken. क्योंकि कई बार हम लोग कहते हैं कि जो दादाजी ने लिखा है, जो पापा ने लिखा है, whatever family member have written, we will go accordingly. But sometimes what happened, a dispute arise. So people say that no, I won't go with that. मेरा हिस्सा इतना होना चाहिए और my percentage should be that. It can be challenged in the court. And अगर वो challenging the court नहीं होना चाहिए, then it should be registered. If the will is not registered, it can be challenged in the court. But the main objective of will is that it should go as per the family member should know that what is the wish list of a person who is writing a will. Yes, is the trust has to be registered. So Natarajan, the trust has to be registered. So yes, so I think so quickly, if any of you can just quickly mention, retype if any of the question I have missed it. So in the meantime, I will just stop the screen sharing. Yeah, let me quickly see that what are the. So yes, I think so. Still now I will just in the meantime I'm just any questions. So let me quickly check on the. So I think no more questions are there. But in the meantime, quickly, yes, you can keep typing your questions if you have anything. I would be sharing further thing that how this platform, again, the being into this community, it has benefited me. So I'm quickly share my some of takeaways by being in this community. Let me quickly share this. So what, there are a lot of tools are there. So mostly a lot of tools has benefited my practices. So I will just quickly take you to the glance of the tools. So one of my favorite tools in this volatility, there are a lot of tools are there, a lot of calculators are there which we can use in our practices. But my favorite is that कि क्लाइंट हम कई बार क्या होता है कि हम बाकी सब चीज तो करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल कैलकुलेशन करते हैं, प्लानिंग करते हैं, प्रॉपरली गोल असेस करते हैं, एवरीथिंग वी डू इट और वी ट्रेन टू डू इट. बट वन थिंग इज दैट हम क्लाइंट के माइंड में एनी टाइम रजिस्टर कैसे रह सकते हैं, हाउ वी कैन बी इन टॉप ऑफ देयर माइंड, बिकॉज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर सराउंडेड बाय विद द क्लाइंट. तो कई बार क्या होता है कि आप उनके दिमाग में कैसे रजिस्टर रह कर सकते हैं. देयर इज तो मैं इसको ड्रिप इरिगेशन कहता हूँ. सो आई टेक्निकली कॉल्ड एज ए ड्रिप इरिगेशन. जैसे एक पौधे को थोड़ा थोड़ा पानी देना चाहिए उसको बड़ा ट्री बनने के लिए और फ्रूट्स देने के लिए, वैसे ही क्लाइंट के साथ रिलेशनशिप बनाने के लिए देयर शुड बी समथिंग कॉल्ड ड्रिप इरिगेशन. सो ये ड्रिप इरिगेशन क्या होता है कि धीरे धीरे छोटा छोटा नॉलेज शेयरिंग करना. So I think thanks to Kanak ji for bringing this out in this platform. So there are a lot of stories are there which I used to share with my client, and always client सामने से phone करके बोलते हैं, I think you have made a wonderful analogy with various thought process, practical life. So some of the things I will highlight it, which is my favorite. So recently I think I have shared to this my couple of my clients who regularly I am sharing it. So 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu. So how this avatar has been connected with the disciplines of financial things, personal finance. तो जब मैं क्लाइंट से ये कम्युनिकेट करता हूँ तो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या होता है कि क्लाइंट ही डजंट थिंक ओनली एज ए इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लानर और एज एन एडवाइजर, ही जस्ट थिंक मी बियॉन्ड दैट. मेनी टाइम्स ही वॉलंटरली कम एंड आस्क देयर पर्सनल क्वेरीज जो फिनेंस के रिलेटेड ही नहीं होता है. एंड हाउ इट हैज हैपेंड बिकॉज every time some new topic has been shared, every time I think the science of Dasavataram, I think this has given a lot of insight to my clients and they have personally appreciated me, and the entire credit go to this community. बिकॉज मेनी टाइम हम इस प्रोफेशन में रहते हैं कि अपने पास वो इफेक्टिव टाइम नहीं होता कि हम लोग इसको बैठ के एनालाइज करके एनालिसिस करके हैं. बट देयर इज अ टीम व्हिच इज फुल फोकसली वर्किंग ऑन द बैक एंड एंड हमारी लाइफ को इजी बनाता है. एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट बेनिफिट आई हैव टेकन फ्रॉम द प्लेटफॉर्म अपार्ट फ्रॉम वेरियस टूल लाइक शेयरिंग द स्टेटस. सो ये हर बार मैं अपने क्लाइंट्स को फॉरवर्ड करता हूँ मेल के दौरान by writing some of their personalized message which is relevant to their life. So I think you can go through. So this is one of the things. The next comes. So next is comes again which I do. I also do a lot of workshops. So my mission is that in my lifetime how I can impact at least 1 million people in helping them to achieve financial freedom, or at least making them to achieve the millionaire club. So यहाँ पे वो जब मैं workshop करता हूँ, so I use this volatility game. So I think many of them have already seen that, but let me quickly take you to that volatility game. Again, it's very well engaging tool. I think this is again my second favorite, and every workshop में मेरा कहीं ना कहीं ये game रहता है. And this game has helped me in engaging with the participants again. So this is the volatility game. So wonderful tools are there. Again, there are a lot of asset allocation games here. Again, so this asset allocation games are well simplified, and here professionals need not to break their head to get all those things. Things are ready-made. You apply your common sense and go and present to the client, and you will see a difference. So our market is full of with lot of crowded. Again, competition. हम कई बार कहते हैं कि there are a lot of competitions are there because bankings are coming, robo advisories are coming, institutions are playing a vital role like banking. Clients के पास अगर corporate account है तो बैंक वाले, RM वाले automatically they are figuring out a way to confuse the client and churn our wallet share. But one thing will keep top of all this thing is that what are the other value additions you give to a client, and those value additions may I think this platform plays a very very important role. So यहाँ पे काफी सारी चीजें हैं. Every time I take some tools and forward it to my client, and in the way it build a relationship with my client, and my retention rate with my client is above 90%. So thanks Kanak ji for bringing up this platform and helping us to help more people in our journey of financial planning. So that's it. And also the quick announcement, something I'm eagerly waiting for it, that the 4th FFF conference is coming, and people, those who have not registered or are still thinking about it, register it, because you will see a lot of differences, because your tribe is your vibe. आप जिस ट्राइब में रहेंगे उसकी एनर्जी आपको ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगी, एंड दिस इज अ वंडरफुल ट्राइब. You need to be there again. So 30th September to 2nd October. So the venue is JW Marriott at Mumbai, and yes, you can mail it to get more details on this. So thank you again, thank you Kanak ji for giving me this opportunity to just highlight on estate planning and wills. And friends, it's just a starting. Just deep dive into this subject, and this subject will really add a immense value to your client, and you can really change your destiny of your client. Thank you. So any further questions, I would be. Yeah. So can trust be done when alive? Yes, trust can be done when alive, and execution done after death of the no. ट्रस्ट में आप एग्जीक्यूशन इज द बाय प्रोसेस है. ट्रस्ट लाइफ टाइम रहता है, उसका कोई कंडीशंस नहीं है. देयर इज नो कंडीशंस टू इट. once again, that what is estate planning and its requirement? Okay, so yes, if Kanak ji permits, this entire PPT would be shared so that you can again go through it, because considering the time factor, I will again share this PPT to Kanak ji. Again, it would be forwarded to the community again. So yes, thank you Kanak ji for the opportunity.
Thank you. Phenomenal session. Awesome. Like that was really charged up, and the way you actually showed the advantages and all the other things related to estate planning and wills, that was fantastic. And finally, you just added something on the icing on the cake. The PPT is the yours truly. Actually, you made the yours truly as a part of your presentation. I think that was amazing. I never thought that you will be doing that, but so nice to see that yes, this small yours truly can also be made into a presentation like that. So very nice, Girish. You are someone whose company everyone loves to, and you can make friends in minutes. That is also very evident at our previous trips. We have seen that. So friends, look forward to see you all in our physical sessions whenever it is happening in your city, or again JW Marriott Mumbai, which is a big conference day for all of us. And as Girish mentioned, and people in Calcutta can actually connect on 20th, which is day after tomorrow. We are having a big event. It's going to be fully gamified, the new you. So anybody in Calcutta, please do connect, and you can join or attend a particular session. And we are also having sessions on 25th and 26th at Bangalore and Mysore. So anyone in Bangalore and Mysore can also connect. We'll be sharing the details so that you all can actually reach to us. So this is phone number. Yes, Bangalore. Yes, Bangalore, it is on 26th. We'll be sharing the details. Yes, please do connect. I will share the details with you. Okay. So with this, thank you so much. Thank you, Girish, once again. And I think next session, kiska hai? Who is taking the next session on Tuesday? Next session is Varun. Varun is there also on this show right now. So Varun will be taking the next session on Tuesday. So super excited for that also. So all of us will meet on Tuesday again. Till then, keep learning, keep sharing, and thank you, Girish, once again. I'm sure we all will add something more to this and try to make it a little better.
Thank you.
Life a little better. Thank you so much once again. Bye-bye.